discussing the focus area of the 9th chapter, Geometry and Algebra. We have two ideas in this chapter. One is to find the midpoint and the second idea is to find the slope of a line. But before discussing the midpoint, let us study how to find the fourth vertex of a parallelogram. You will be given three vertices. I have marked it as x1 by 1, x2 by 2 and x4 by 4. What we are going to find out is the unknown vertex, which is represented as x comma y. Okay, to find the x coordinate of the fourth vertex, what you have to do is add the diagonal x coordinates. That is, you will get x2 plus x4, from which you have to subtract x1. So this is the easy way to find the fourth vertex of the parallelogram. Whenever you are given three vertices, to get the fourth vertex, you have to add the x coordinates of the diagonal, then subtract the remaining x coordinate. Similarly, to find the y coordinate of the fourth vertex, add the y coordinates. I have named it as y2 and I have named this as y4. So you have to add y2 plus y4, from which you are going to subtract y1. This is how you find the fourth vertex of the parallelogram. So I have taught you the method to find the fourth vertex of the parallelogram in a very easy way. Okay, let us discuss the midpoint. If you are given x1 by 1 and x2 by 2 to be any 2 points of a line, then to find the midpoint of that line, we have to use the formula x1 plus x2 by 2, comma, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. Let us discuss two problems based on these two ideas. Okay. We are discussing a question in page number 214. Find the coordinates of the vertices of the large triangle. You are given the midpoints of the triangle as 3, 3, 4, 2 and 5, 4, and we have to find out the vertices A, B and C. From the figure, you can understand A, P, Q, R to be a parallelogram. This is your 9th standard idea. Okay. Now to find the fourth vertex of this parallelogram, we can use our idea which we have studied. To find the coordinates of A, what you have to do, add the two given diagonal values. We can add 4 plus 3, from which we have to subtract 5. Similarly, add the y coordinates. 2 plus 3 minus 4. So very easily we can write the coordinates of A as 7 minus 5 2 and 5 minus 4 is equal to 1. Hope the idea is clear to you children. Let us find out B. Again you can understand B, P, R, Q is a parallelogram. So to find the fourth vertex of the parallelogram, we use the same idea. Okay, so to get B, what we have to do, again add the diagonal. Here you have the diagonal as 5 plus 4, from which we have to subtract 3. Similarly, add 2 plus 4 and subtract 3. So we get the coordinates of B as 9 minus 3 6, 6 minus 3, which is equal to 3. Use the same idea to find the coordinates of C again. From figure you can understand CRPQ is a parallelogram. So to get the coordinates of C, what we have to do, add diagonally first of all. So we can write coordinates of C as 5 plus 3, 8, 8 minus 4. Similarly, 4 plus 3, 7, 7 minus 2. So the coordinates of C are 4, 5. Is it clear to you, children? So if the midpoints are given, we can find out the remaining 3 vertices using the idea of parallelogram. Let us discuss a question in page number 217. A circle is drawn with the line joining 2, 3 and 6, 5 as diameter. Question is, what are the coordinates of its center? We know the center of the circle is nothing but the midpoint of this diameter. So we use the idea center is equal to x1 plus x2 by 2, comma y1 plus y2 by 2. So the center of this circle O is equal to 2 plus 6 divided by 2, comma y1 plus y2, that is 3 plus 5 divided by 2. So you get 8 by 2, which is equal to 4. 3 plus 5 gives you 8. 8 by 2 is equal to 4. One more problem of the same type. Here we are given center of the circle as 1, 2 and 3, 2 is a point on a circle. And here the question is to find the coordinates of the other end of the diameter through this point. We can understand we are given one point as 3, 2 and center as 1, 2, and here the question is to find the other end of the diameter. We know midpoint is equal to x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. Let us use this idea to get the answer for x, y. We can say x plus 3 divided by 2 is equal to 1 because we know center is given by x1 plus x2 by 2. Similarly, y1 plus y2 divided by 2 is equal to 2. So we can say here y value plus 2 divided by 2 is equal to the y coordinate, which is equal to 2. Is it clear to you, children? Now let us find out the value of x and y. Here we can say x plus 3 is equal to 2, or otherwise x is equal to 2 minus 3, which gives you minus 1. Similarly, y plus 2 is equal to 2 plus 2, 4. Otherwise, y is equal to 4 minus 2, which is equal to 2. So we can say the other end of the diameter is minus 1, 2. We have to discuss slope also in this chapter. Next idea is to find the slope of a line. The general form of a line is ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Slope of this line is got by using minus a by b. Look at one example. Find the slope of 2x plus 3y minus 5 equal to 0. So to write the slope is equal to, write a minus sign and write a value. Here a value is 2 and b value is 3. So slope of this line is minus 2 by 3. And slope of the second line. Let me write the slope of the second line. Here the slope of the second line is minus a value is 2 but b value is minus 3. So the slope will be equal to 2 by 3. Minus sign in the numerator gets cancelled with minus sign in the denominator, and so the slope is 2 by 3. One more point you should understand, children. If slopes are equal, lines may be parallel or they may lie on a same line. And if the product of slopes is minus 1, the lines will be perpendicular. Okay. If the product of slopes is -1, then the given two lines are perpendicular. Now we have to see the slope of the line joining 2 points x1 y1 and x2 y2. If you are given 2 points x1 y1 and x2 y2, then slope of the line is got by using the formula y difference by x difference, that is y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Look at your question based on slope. Find the slope of the line joining 1, 2 and 2, 4. We know if x1, y1 and x2, y2 are 2 points, then slope is got by using the formula y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Okay, let us substitute the values. y2 value, this is x1, y1 and this is x2, y2. So y2 is 4 minus y1 is 2 divided by x2 is 2 minus x1 is 1. So you get 2 by 1 as the slope of the first one. Slope of line joining -1, 3 and 2, 5. So we can write slope is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. That is y2 value 5 minus y1 value 3 divided by x2 value is 2 minus of x1 value -1. So we get 5 minus 3 is equal to 2 divided by here minus of minus becomes plus. So you get 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. So the slope of the second line is 2 by 3. Hope the idea is clear to you children. We have discussed all the points of focus area. We will do the next chapter in our next class. Thank you.